Good morning, friends. Good morning. It's August. I also hear music out of the speaker, Richard. We got a little extra something. Ooh, that's good. I was hoping it was God talking. Singing. It probably was. Good. Good morning. My name's Ann Hudgens, and I have the pleasure to serve as the president of the Unity Council. And we have a council meeting today. So if anybody's ever interested in the business of the church, you're welcome to attend. Council members, would you stand up for just a second and wave? Courtney, Nina, Sharon, Jim, Dave. So anyway, it's kind of a fun gig. We love our Unity community, and it's a fun way to serve. If we have any newcomers here today, if you'd like a packet put in your hand, a welcome packet, it gives you a little information about the church and how we operate and teams and those kinds of things. So it's a little overview of how the church works. So Barbara has some. If you'd like one, just raise a hand and she'll give you one. That's awesome. Welcome to our online folks. We're always glad to have you. And it's always a surprise to me when I see the numbers, because it's hard to see into that camera and notice how many people are there. But it's like 70 or 80 people are out there. So imagine how many people are here, and then that same-ish number is in that camera right there. They're just packed in. Our speaker today is Reverend Sharon Bush, our own dear Sharon. The reader is Judy Trimbor, and our musician today is Elise Wonder. Our youth and family program is focusing on nature and the divine plan for all creation for the whole month of August. And today they're talking about the human life cycle. Our annual picnic is Sunday. Wait, Lil's got. No, come on. Wait.
Don't wait, come next Sunday. We have to wait for that. The annual picnic is next Sunday. It's in the backyard. We've got lots of people signed up to help and clean up and do things like that, but you can still sign up to bring a salad, dessert, or a side dish, because we will be providing some meat and some vegetarian options for protein. And so because there's more people sitting on this side, they don't like the air conditioner, so they sit on this side. So I'll pass it around here, and then we'll pass it up here, and then we'll have fun next Sunday. Out under the tent.
Under the tent that made it into the song. Okay. Jim Weimer is our chaplain today, and he has 2 announcements.
And good morning, everybody. I am the prayer chaplain today, so after service, please feel free to come and see me afterwards. And I'm putting on my outside facilities hat on, and like to keep our landscape weed-free, so I've gotten a bucket, a weeder, and a knee pad for us older folks who need them to come out and weed. They're going to be out in the shed on the west side of the building. It's unlocked, so anytime that you feel the need to come out and weed, these will be here for you to use. So thank you.
I'm starting to feel the need, Jim. I can feel it coming. All right. We'll be celebrating the World Day of Prayer on September 11th. So we're hosting It's a unity event. We're hosting the live stream of the opening ceremony in our sanctuary. So the doors will open at 5:30. The event starts at 6 p.m. It's not a.m. It's not 4 in the morning. It's civilized. It's so good. So apparently you can pray for the world and not have to get up at 4 a.m. So that's awesome. Quiet meditation time before and after the event. The Unity Prayer Ministry will be praying for people throughout the 2-day event. So if you'd like to submit a prayer request, they're on the table. And if you fill this out, we'll send it to Unity Worldwide, and it will join the prayer group at the mothership in Kansas City, so at Unity Village. So they're available, and the power of prayer, that prayer ministry is powerful, so it'll be fun to participate and to send our prayers there as well. Community Lunch Bunch is heading to Vern's Place at 11:30, and we rotate some regular announcements, but we have a social media presence. Can you believe that? We have a social media presence because of Courtney. Courtney, would you stand up? So, if you're a person on social media, if you like our stuff, it grows. So, like us, share us, comment. It helps us. Thank you, Courtney. All right. Let's go ahead and center ourselves. Our unity centers us in light and peace, allowing us to recognize our God within and to radiate that love to the world. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. I believe in open doors. I've taken off the screen. I'm ready to let the world come inside and touch my life. I will no longer be defined by what someone else believes that I am. And now that I have dropped the weight, I am light as a feather. It's time to elevate. So bird rise, lift your eyes, spread your wings, and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. I believe in open doors. I'm outside of the box. What did not demolish me simply polished me. Now the clearer I can see. I know where I want to go. I am living in the flow. And now that I have dropped the weight, I am light as a feather. It's time to elevate. So bird rise, lift your eyes, spread your wings and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. Oh, so bird rise, lift your eyes, spread your wings and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. Go ahead and fly. Thank you. And now a reading from Judy.
The truth about lying. Sadhguru answers some questions about truth and telling lies. There is no one who ruined himself by speaking truth. There is no one who lived well by speaking lies. Is this true? First, we must define truth and lie. Are we only talking about verbal truth in the sense of rendering facts? Or are we talking about truth as a life nourisher? Definitely truth nourishes life. Lies pull down life. In that context, the saying of 100% true. But if you look at it as verbal truth and verbal lies, rendering facts is not everything. Truth means seeing the real context and meaning of what is there now. By expressing truth, definitely no one will get lost. By continuously telling lies, no one will prosper. Sadhguru, he's a mystic from India. Truth has a relationship with us. Otherwise, we could not exist. But as of now, you don't have a relationship with truth. It is one-way love affair from the other end. Whatever you are going through in life, if you don't have a love affair with truth, it will feel like life is raping you on a daily basis. If you don't have a deep involvement with something, you will feel stuck and miserable. One morning, you may wonder, why even get up? But if in some way you touch something that is not created by you, if you touch truth, suddenly you want to get up.
I'd like to call the band up. Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. This song coming up is a request from our very own Rev Sharon. Richard, if you could go ahead and soak my voice with some reverb. Checking. There's that reverb, baby. All right. Whoa. but I could not see. If you lend a hand and try to help me. Life is full of ups and downs. Can't face the wearing a crown. Tell your mind to be cool, brother man. Don't read the same, well, don't be no fool. Say the truth, gonna set you free. I say the truth, gonna set you free. I say the truth, gonna set you free. I know the truth, gonna set you, boy, yeah, yeah. I said I wasn't gonna tell nobody, but I just couldn't keep it low to myself. So I put my soul in motion, got your love and devotion, put my trust in man, 'cause he's the only one who can give it to you. Truth will set you free. I said the truth, gonna set you free. Gonna believe it, truth, gonna set you free. I said the truth, gonna set you, boy, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I said someday it's gonna be alright. Sure as the sun shines down, it's gonna be alright. Someday, wanna make it true. I said like the sunflowers follow the sun, I'm gonna follow you. I've been searching, I've been seeking, I've been looking for some happiness. I said the truth, gonna set you free. I said the truth, gonna set you free. Oh yeah, the truth, gonna set you free. I said the truth, gonna set you, boy, yeah, yeah. John Magny, ladies and gentlemen, crushing it on the solo.
In F.
And the backup singers.
Liar, liar, pants on fire, hanging by a telephone wire. And while you're there, Johnny, cut your hair and stick it down your underwear. So if you haven't guessed, the topic of the day is being truthful. Because honesty is a superpower. But I need to say that Elise asked me where I found that song. And I said to her, I'm the Motown generation. That's why all these people recognized it. All this old blood is pumping. So according to an ancient Hebrew teaching, if you only speak the truth and tell no lies, tiny lies or outrageous lies, for 12 consecutive years, you can reach enlightenment. Are you ready to try it? Jesus said the truth will set you free. And most of us perceive ourselves to be honest and forthright. I know I do. We've been taught by our life's experiences to mask our true thoughts and feelings, to say what we think others want to hear, or to simply avoid responding when somebody asks us something. And then there are the times when we try to convince ourselves that a little white lie just doesn't matter. It's if there really is some light in that lie. Well, they do matter. They do matter. And as difficult as it is sometimes, growing in spirit calls us to speak the truth. The truth is spiritual. It matters. Our forefathers knew that only the truth could set us free. Freedom for all, freedom for everyone, would set us free as a nation. So today we're going to look at how the truth sets us free as an individual. There's a lot of truth in music. It touches our souls with words that talk about our human conditions. Many styles of music tell stories about our heartbreaks, our journeys, and our relationships. Music can also help us understand our emotions or even heal our emotions. And most of us love music. So this morning, I want to tell you a story about Motown, a record company in Detroit. They produced a lot of music that many of us listen to and can usually sing along with, because our lives were touched by the words. In fact, touched so deeply, you might even recall who you were dancing with the first time you heard that song. Motown was founded by Berry Gordy. He was a songwriter for local singers such as Jackie Wilson and the Supremes and many other groups. Wilson's single, Lonely Teardrops, was written by Gordy. However, Gordy didn't make much money from writing songs. He thought he deserved more. So he realized the more lucrative business was when he would be producing the records and owning the publishing rights. So with his family's blessings, a few prayers, and a loan of $800, Gordy began his record business, Motown, in 1959. He soon signed the Matadors, later known as Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and they provided not only product for the company to sell, but Motown's first vice president, Smokey Robinson. Motown played an important role in our culture, in our society, a role in radical integration of popular music in our society. Motown was the first record company owned by a Black American that primarily featured Black artists, who then achieved crossover success in both white and Black cultures. Smokey Robinson said in an interview, "I would come to the South in the early days of my career, and the audiences would be segregated. Then they started to get Motown music, and when I went back to the South, the music was integrated." The book, Motown Music, Money, Sex, and Power, details some of these dishonest practices. In those days, record companies would project how many copies of a record might sell, and then they would make that number of copies, just like Julie does with the Sunday Bulletin. So the record companies sold to distributors and then sold the records to retailers. If the company overestimated the projected sales, they sold the excess records to distributors who were contractually bound to sell only to basement retailers. Maybe you bought some of your 45 records in basement bargain places. These excess records were known in the industry as cutouts because the album typically had a small hole punched in the cover. And it was only to be sold in bargain stores. When cutouts were sold, the songwriters and artists received no royalties. Motown was sued for selling first quality albums to major distributors, and then they entered them in their books as cutouts. Their double dealing and lying cheated the artists and songwriters out of their commissions. Numerous artists from many songwriting teams, including Michael Jackson, sued Motown. But the company's books reflected only the legal sales. It did not show the under-the-table dealing. Motown started out in a consciousness of honesty, trying to create an opportunity for writers and artists. This changed when they became greedy and untruthful. Even today, their dishonest actions place a shadow over the good they created. When we lie, our lies are remembered. So the song that Elise played so well this morning, and the band, is inspired by Motown sound. The song was adapted from Jesus' statement, "The truth shall set you free." There are many secular songs that talk about the teachings of Jesus. So it's always shocking and sad to find out when somebody has lied to us, right? And yet lying has become so commonplace in our society. We hear untruths in the daily conversations made by our politicians and talk show hosts. It seems that there's no accountability for words. We just accept the lies knowing that they will say something to contradict that the next week. But deep down within our souls, within ourselves, we really know that honesty is a superpower. We really know that honesty is the right way to live. Mark Twain wrote, "The truth is more of a stranger than fiction." Some people are compulsive in their lying. They are so separated from the truth, they cannot tell the falsehood from reality. And they may tell outlandish untruths, but they tell themselves it's okay. They tell their lies so often that they soon believe that they're true. Often we do not tell the truth about ourselves. We will shade, just a little bit maybe, what we believe in an attempt to buy the affections of others. We tell someone that we either like or dislike a certain type of food or music, a design, or anything to buy his or her approval. And we know this is not living in the truth. And when I was preparing this talk, it dawned on me that several of you in our conversations know that I used to be a surfer. And it dawned on me that you might be thinking, I was this chick in the big wave on the board, right? Well, I got to tell you, I did the little waves. That's the real truth. So there are so many examples where people stated that they liked a certain church, a sports activity, a book, or a movie, just to win another person's approval or affection. There are many stories of the girlfriend who watched football with the boyfriend in order to make him think she liked it, only to stop spending time watching football with him once they were married. Whenever we do not tell the truth, there are 3 phases we all pass through. They are fear. Fear goes ahead of every lie we tell. We lie because we are afraid we will be found out. We lie because we are afraid someone will judge us. We lie because we are afraid someone will not love us. We lie because we want our own way. We lie because we want to control the situation. All lies are preceded by fear. Many of us lied as children because we were afraid of being punished if we told the truth. Yeah, I did this. I had a great imagination as a child, so I could spin a lie to keep from getting in trouble pretty easy. Becomes a habit. So rationalization is the second stage we go through when we're ready to lie. Unless we have a serious personality disorder, we really do know the truth. So when the fear hits us and we are tempted to lie, we have to make it somehow okay to say something untrue. So we rationalize it to ourselves in our own minds why telling a lie is preferable to telling the truth or staying silent. We tell ourselves it's a rational lie so that we feel justified in our deception. Well, my friends, all lies begin as a lie to ourselves. The lie that is spoken out is an outer projection of a lie that has been told within ourselves and been accepted. As with anything, the outer world is a projection of our inner world. So in unity, we teach our thoughts have the power to create our reality, right? So I ask, what are we really doing to ourselves when we create a lie? We're being called to practice honesty in all things. It's such an important part of our spiritual journey. So when we tell a lie, we know in our soul, and then we're not in harmony. So a Buddhist teacher once said, if you can't control your mouth, there's no way you can control your mind. This is why right speech is so important in a day-to-day practice. And the Buddhist practice of right speech is asking yourself before you speak, is it true? Is it harmful? Is it kind? And is it necessary? Turn that around and explained in negative terms, it means lies spoken with the intent of misrepresenting the truth, speech that divides us, spoken with the intent of creating a rift between people, harsh speech, spoken with the intent of hurting another person's feelings, and gossip falls into this category. And idle chatter, spoken with no purposeful intent at all. Notice the focus is on intent. This is where the practice of right speech intersects with the training of the mind. Before we speak, we need to focus on why we want to speak. I have found this to be kind of hard sometimes. I don't always think before I speak. And of course, we can never tell the truth for another person. We can only tell our own truth, which is what we are thinking, how are we feeling, or what we are experiencing. Our words express who we are. The spoken word is a means by which unspoken thoughts inside of us take life. So the executives at Motown brought shame unto themselves with their lying and their cheating. They took the good that they had achieved and they put a stain of shame on it. So when we're talking about lies, I want to remind you how important it is to forgive the person who's lied to you. Say to yourself, I bless that person who's been dishonest with me. I bless the person who's betrayed my confidence and violated my trust. Because when you bless the person, you will feel the energy in your own body change and become lighter. The blessing relieves the hurt and the ideas around judgment, allowing you to move on to much more pleasant things. So when we tell the truth, we are set free. When we tell the truth, we are standing in the light. When we tell the truth, we are capable of creating loving, healthy relationships. God is truth. And we are living in the light of truth. And when we do, we are free. So in closing, I'd like to read a little bit from a children's book. It's called Honesty is My Superpower. To the small ones and the brave and bold, I have a story to be told. It tells a tale of truth and lies. The difference you will soon realize. And when you do, you will see. Telling the truth sets you free. So I invite you to practice honesty in all you do, for it truly is a superpower. God bless you.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is everywhere, and every thought's indeed a prayer.
So, in this time of meditation, I invite you to go within, to just be still and feel the power of your presence. The miracle of the body that you live in. The miracle of who you are. We are created in the light of God. We are the light of God. We are the place where God shows up. Truth is our path. Love is our intent. And see, we go within, in the silence, and we release any untruths in our life. We just let them go. For nothing is untrue about the perfection of who we are. We are loved. We are light. We are radiant. And we feel that in the silence as we say to ourselves, I know I am the light of God. So thank you, God, for this experience of being human. Thank you for the guidance that reminds us we are spiritual beings having this human experience. And so it is. Amen.
May the blessings of God rest upon me. May God's peace abide in me. May God's presence illuminate my heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide in you. May God's presence illuminate your heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon us. May God's peace abide in us. May God's presence illuminate our hearts now and forevermore. Now and forevermore.
Well, thank you, Sharon, for that message. And I would certainly be remiss without mentioning our music team once again. In fact, I've got a question for you. What do you think of when you hear the word church music? Does someone have an answer to that? What is church music? We have the widest variety, the most blessed variety, the most great variety between Elise and John and all of you that participate in our music program. So, thank you. Gerald, do you have a word to say?
When I came back to my seat, my dad said, "That's how you used to play."
Oh. Returning to the roots, huh? Well, thank you. Thank you for all of you there, musicians. We're so blessed by you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you. And in thankfulness for that, I'm going to transition into this offering, right? In thanks for that, would you continue to be generous in your tithes and offerings to support our community? And that includes you at home that are watching us and enjoying us over the internet. Help us with your tithes and offerings and your involvement. So let's have the ushers come forward and let's bless our offering today, our offering of abundance today. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
There was a feedback tone earlier. Richard was rushing to fix, and I was like, oh, can we get that again for our ohm at the end of the of the service? But we're not going to do that. I'll just do a nice little drone on my guitar. So I just want everybody to close their eyes. Well, I guess you can't close your eyes quite yet because we're passing around the basket. Those of you who have already passed the basket, and after you pass the basket, I'd like to invite you to close your eyes. And just settle into the truth that is your breath. And the truth that is your heartbeat. And I'd like to lead us in a little bit of an Om chant. Really, the beginning of the pronunciation of the Om is the breath, the inhale. So let's just all do this together. Just feel your heart and feel your breath. Whatever note feels good for you. Feel that resonance. Keep going. Just listen to everybody else too. one last one together. Lovely. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Time to sing some kids in? Oh. No.
Kids are doing their thing out there during the summer, so we're not going to sing them in. We're going to close our service in a minute, but before I do, you've enjoyed this time together. Well, if you look in your bulletin, you know you can continue this. You don't have to go home and forget about this all week long. Did you notice on Tuesday in the bulletin, what's on Tuesday? A Course in Miracles? No, excuse me, a Hawkins study group? Going to confuse you. Wednesday, A Course in Miracles. Thursday, Essential Spirituality. A couple of those are over the internet on Zoom, so you can enjoy the companionship and the spiritual growth and so forth continually throughout the week. Well, I guess it's 5 to 11. We should do something for another 5 minutes, huh?
Yeah. I can play another song.
Okay, let's just go ahead and close our service by circling up. So if you don't know that person next to you, go ahead and introduce yourself. Yeah. And again, thank you, Elise and Sharon and all the rest of you that are part of our service today. So together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.